This week at Mystery Inquiry, we will tell you the stories of 5 most mysterious ships in history. Let us know in the comments if we missed any good ones or if you have any suggestion for future videos. The wind howled through the rigging of the Caroll Deering, the last of its kind, a majestic sailing vessel. The ship, once the pride of the sea, drifted into port in North Carolina without a crew, like an eerie ghost ship haunting the shores. In January 1921, the vessel had set sail on a routine journey from Barbados to Norfolk with a crew of 12 men, all seasoned sailors embarking on a seemingly simple voyage. The ship was seen at Cape Lookout in North Carolina. Everything appeared normal, with witnesses noting only that the ship seemed to have an anchor missing, which was actually very common in those times. On January 31st, the Caroll Deering was spotted one more time, adrift off Cape Hatteras. The witnesses noted that the ship seemed in good condition from the shore, with no visible damage. The only unsettling thing was that it seemed like there was nobody on board. The vessel continued adrift until she crashed into the rocky shore. Later on, the Coast Guard finally boarded the ship, and they discovered a bizarre scene. Everything seemed to be in order. Even food was prepared and set on the tables, but it remained untouched. 2 lifeboats were missing, the ship's log, navigational equipment, and the crew's personal belongings. A few theories that might explain the mysterious circumstances emerged. One was that mutiny could be the answer, but it would make little sense for the crew to abandon the ship so close to the shore. Another that the ship might have been taken over by pirates, especially since another vessel, the Hewitt, disappeared around the same time. And lastly, the press ran wild with the speculation that communist ships kidnapped the crew. In any way, the Caroll Deering remained shipwrecked until the Coast Guard, fearing that it might pose a danger to the passing ships, decided to destroy it. In April of the same year, a man discovered a mysterious message in the bottle that said, "Deering captured by oil-burning boat, something like a chaser. Taking off everything, handcuffing the crew. Crew hiding all over ship, no chance to make escape. Finder, please notify headquarters Deering." However, later in September, it was revealed that the message was a forgery concocted by the men in order to get some attention, hoping to secure a job at the lighthouse. The most logical explanation would be that severe weather struck out of nowhere, and this could scare the crew into abandoning the ship. But the mystery around Caroll Deering remains pretty much alive. As the ship was not damaged, it would be hard to believe that a group of seasoned sailors would abandon the ship in good condition and then get lost so close to the shore. What truly transpired during that fateful journey remains a mystery. The crew was never seen again, and no remains were ever discovered, just a ghostly tale of a ship lost to the mysteries of the sea.
In 1872, the Mary Celeste embarked on a fateful journey carrying 1,700 barrels of industrial alcohol. On board were the captain, his wife, daughter, and a crew of 7. Their destination, Genova, Italy. A voyage that would soon become shrouded in mystery. A routine journey turned ominous when on the 4th of December, the vessel Dei Grazia spotted the ship 400 miles east of the Azores archipelago, not far from the coast of Portugal. Alarmed by the lack of response to signal, the crew of Dei Grazia decided to board the mysterious vessel. To their surprise, there was no one on board. It was noted in reports that there was no sign of struggle and only minimal damage, certainly not enough to prompt the entire crew to abandon the ship. The cargo hold remained almost intact, with only 9 out of 1,700 barrels empty, likely due to a spillage. The ship had ample food and water supplies, lasting for months. 1 lifeboat was missing, registration certificate, and some instruments. The last entry in the log, dated November 25th, just 10 days before the discovery of the ship, mentioned only their location, 6 miles off Santa Maria, an island in the south of the Azores. The logs were meticulously written every hour. Whatever happened must have occurred shortly after the last entry, leaving no explanation for the sudden disappearance of the crew. The Dei Grazia, perplexed by the eerie state of the Mary Celeste, towed the ship to Gibraltar, where it was eventually sold. Speculations regarding the mysterious fate of the Mary Celeste surfaced immediately. Some theories suggested that pirates may have forced the crew of the ship, while others proposed that the crew of the Dei Grazia themselves killed the Mary Celeste crew, pirating the ship to claim a reward for the salvage vessel. But this was dismissed in court. Mutiny was another possibility, or the captain wrongfully suspected imminent danger, ordered everybody off the ship. The ghostly tale surrounding the Mary Celeste lingers in maritime history, leaving unanswered questions and only countless theories to haunt our imagination.
A Danish sailing vessel, launched in 1921. At its inception, it claimed the title of the largest sailing ship in the world, primarily serving as a Navy training vessel. It sailed for 7 years across the vast oceans until 1928, when the Kobenhavn embarked on its last journey, departing Buenos Aires on December 14 for the distant shores of Melbourne, Australia, a journey anticipated to last a bit over a month and a half. On December 22nd, the crew radioed a nearby steamer, reporting their location and ensuring that everything was in order. However, as the weeks passed, the Kobenhavn's communications ceased. Some concerns arose by February, but there was no need for immediate panic, as unfavorable winds were expected and they could have easily delayed their journey. But in April, the unsettling truth unfolded. Nobody had heard from the Kobenhavn. The Danish government launched an extensive search, desperate to find the vessel and its 79 crew members. Yet their efforts were in vain. The only report of the ship looking abandoned with broken sails came from the remote island of Tristan da Cunha in the South Atlantic. A witness said, "The sea was rough for our boats and we could do nothing but watch her gradually pass and run inside the reefs on the west of the island. She was certainly in distress." Despite these chilling recollections, no trace of the Kobenhavn was ever discovered. In 1930, the ship was officially declared lost at sea. However, the sightings of the ghostly Kobenhavn persisted for years, stretching as far as Chile. In 1934, a diary surfaced on Bouvet Island, allegedly written by a trainee on board of the ship. In it was written the story of the tragic encounter with an iceberg, forcing the crew to abandon ship. This would imply that all previous sightings were not the Kobenhavn and they were different sailing ships, but that wouldn't count for the poor condition of the ships described by the eyewitnesses. Meanwhile, in Australia, a Danish ship claimed they spotted the wreckage of the Kobenhavn with its name distinctly written on the stern. The ghostly saga reached its eerie climax in 1935 when an unmarked lifeboat washed ashore in what is now Namibia. Inside were 7 skeletons wearing Nordic uniforms, rumored to be the members of the Kobenhavn's crew. That would only deepen the mystery. How could they end up thousands of miles on a different continent? The chilling tale of the Kobenhavn, it's still haunting the seas and defying rational explanations. Whether lost to the unforgiving wrath of an iceberg or sailing as a phantom through the ocean, the ghostly vessel left a great mark on the maritime lore.
Launched in 1873, the Zabina was considered a testament to maritime reliability. For decades, she sailed the unpredictable seas and weathering storms. No one knew that the chilling tale of the Zebrina would end in an eerie tragedy. In October 1917, the Zebrina set sail from Falmouth to Saint-Brieuc, France, carrying a large cargo of coal. And only 2 days later, she was spotted on the desolate shores of Rosal Point. To the eyes of the witnesses, she seemed untouched. The only damage was the minor disarrangement of the rigging. There was no sign of the crew members or the captain. They were all gone, like they simply vanished. The common theory being that a sudden squall rose in a cruel twist of fate and washed the crew overboard. The Zebrina, left alone and unmanned, drifted helplessly before being pushed onto the shore. Like in previous cases, it seems far-fetched that all the crew would be washed over, leaving the ship in perfect condition. Plus, no distress signal was ever sent. The Zebrina remained the only witness to the tragedy. As the years passed, the Zebrina was later destroyed in 1953, and her story remained a chilling reminder that the sea, in its vastness, could conceal secrets darker than the abyss itself.
In the shadowy stretch of the Indian Ocean, in the year 1947, a distress signal echoed across the maritime frequencies. Dutch, English, and American vessels, along with international stations, intercepted a haunting message. A distress call received in fragments. An officer, including the captain, are dead, lying in chart room and bridge, possibly the whole crew dead, followed by some indecipherable Morse code, and ending abruptly. I die. The Silver Star, an American vessel, sailed out to investigate and spotted the ship bearing the name Ourang Medan in the Strait of Malacca. The atmosphere was tense as the crew attempted to contact the distressed ship. To no avail, the decision was made to board the ship and provide help as clearly the vessel was dead in the water. But they uncovered a chilling mystery. As Silver Star approached, the Ourang Medan appeared eerily motionless, drifting lifelessly on the water. The crew boarded the vessel to find a haunting scene. Bodies of the crew lay on the deck, their frozen faces contorted in expressions of agonizing pain, facing up with their arms stretched in front of them. On the bridge, the captain and other crew members shared the same gruesome fate. In the telegram room, the sender of the distress signal was found not facing up like the others, but slouched over the telegram machine, clearly deceased. The ship's lower levels were unusually cold in comparison with the typical temperatures in the boiler room. The bodies exhibited signs of extreme decomposition, defying the logic of natural decay. Perplexed and disturbed, the captain of the Silver Star decided to tow the Ourang Medan to safety for further investigation. As the tow line connected, smoke started rising from the vessel, which prompted them to sever the line and abandon the ship. In that moment, the Ourang Medan exploded with such force that it lifted out of the water and splashed down, rapidly sinking into the abyss. The tale remains shrouded in mystery, with some doubting its existence in the first place, as the ship lacked any proper records. Even Lloyd's Shipping Register, the largest ship registry in the world, held no information about the ill-fated Ourang Medan. Others speculated that the name translates to Man of Madan, hinting a possible connection with Sumatra, and therefore the ship would have been registered there. Others suggested a cover-up, speculating that the ship would not be in any records as it was transporting illegal materials, possibly for weapons or biological weapon manufacturing. Substances like potassium cyanide, nitroglycerin, and other deadly nerve gas, leading to the crew's demise and ultimately to the catastrophic explosion, as some of those chemicals could have easily reacted with the water leaking through the deadly cargo.